All right. Well, the good news is I have no idea what I'm doing. But that does often lead to good things. So I still need to see what the hell is going to happen with this team. And we'll see what happens from there. We'll see what happens from there. But we got some trades to make. However, I do need to wait until the start of the season to make those trades, and there's just so much. There's so much to do on this with every other game, and this there's just so much to do all the time, every time. It's ridiculous, but hey, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I need to bring a Stanley Cup to Arizona. Damn it. Let's do that first, and then take it from there. Okay, we don't have draft picks. That's good to know. That's good to know. Could deal a first-round pick, though, to get Seth Jones or Nick Ehlers. How good Seth Jones in this timeline? Not good enough. Not good enough for that price point. One Mr. Seth Jones. Yeah, he's like a 30-point guy. That's just not. It's just not going to work out. But Nick Ehlers, can I get you for anything? 5 years, $9.2 million. Jesus. 86 overall. Almost a full house of abilities, though. As a playmaker. Ugh. I mean, he would have been worth $9 million after the 24-25 season. Not so much over the last 2 years. That's not a price I'm willing to pay right now. We'll wait until we're closer to the trade deadline to move that pick. Golars. We do need to make a decision on Golars because we have too many Golars. Too many. Spotify, thank you. Akira Schmid. Can I get anything for you? I can get Tanner Jeannot. Ooh. I can get Tanner Jeannot and overspend for him just like the Tampa Bay Lightning. 82 overall, fourth liner. He is a grinder, super physical. The extra draft picks in that deal aren't that bad, though. Yeah, Warrior. I mean, I ignore the chat a lot, so, you know. Ville Husso. Can I get for you? A 5th-round pick and a different goalie. That's not great. What can I get for Karel Vejmelka? A 5th-round pick and a... Okay. So it makes sense to take that trade from Tampa for one of these two, and then probably also deal Akira Schmid. Harenstam's currently a backup. No, he's not. He's a minor league backup. All right, cool. Akira, you need to go. We'll trade you for Tanner Jeannot, a 3rd and a 4th. That works for me. We'll just call up Husso and Vejmelka because one of them's getting traded. I just don't know who. I just don't know who or not. I lied because I don't have... Oh, God, everything's falling apart. We'll call up Stepatak, which is still one hell of a name. One hell of a name. Back to Trade Finder. And it is either Husso or Vejmelka that'll get traded. I just don't know which one. I mean, can't really go wrong with either of them. Ville Husso, how'd you do last year? Phenomenally well as Vancouver's backup. Karel Vejmelka. Okay. Well, that decides that. Vejmelka, we'll see you later, buddy. Have fun in Tampa. Quick and easy decision to be made there. And, Christ, why did Tampa sign this guy? Yikes. He is tragic. Ville Husso. Congratulations, you get to be the backup. Don't blow it. What else do we got? What else do we got? We know that we got to make a variety of trades. Of course, again, we have like goaltending prospects that'll probably be dealt at some point. It's just a matter of when. Can I move McGuire for anything? And perfect. An unsigned dude from Montreal. I just don't want that guy on the team. He's not worth anything, so we'll just get rid of him. Can I make a deal for Jean Saint-Louis? Good old Gene St. Louis. No, there's no trade to be made there. Fair enough. All right, so goaltending is good for the year. Defense. Bump, bump. Defense. Bump, bump. We're looking okay. Schustrom does need to play, but he can play that left side. So we can move a defenseman. Can I get anything for Cam Fowler? Dude named Smith and a third. Artukin. Ooh. Patrick There's no way that's Patrick Laine, right? $1 million? There's no way that's actually Patrick Laine. A third. Luke Shen and a fifth. Jonathan Marshmallow. Luke Shen, a fifth and a sixth. Luke Shen, a fifth and a sixth. Or Luke Shen, a third and a fifth. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Is that Patrick Laine? No, it's Paavo Laine. His younger brother. It's just funny that he ended up on Columbus. That honestly is probably going to be the trade that we take. I mean, Cam Fowler for a medium top 6 forward prospect is pretty good. Or we could get Artukin in a fifth. Hold on. Or we can get Artukin in a fifth. Artukin's a 65 at 18. How good was Laine? God, they have Michael Misa. Laine was a 73 at 18. Jesus. All right, yeah, we'll go with old Paavo Laine for Cam Fowler. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yet another prospect that we will eventually be able to trade. And we still got a lot of people to trade here to get this roster in working condition, because we're not there yet. We're not there yet, but damn it, we want to win a cup this year. So for the forwards, oh man. Again, we got Mark Stone, Lakira Maki, Patty Kane, Gauthier, Tanner Jeannot. I don't even know how the hell we're going to put this team together. I don't even know. Goodness gracious. What are we going to do? 2, 3, 4. We did get Nico back, yeah. A lot of third liners. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got to get rid of 2 dudes. We got to get rid of 2 dudes. Right. Who the hell's the best to get rid of? I mean, I guess we just got to base it off of overall. Gautier's an 82 at 22. That's not too bad. Well, I mean, I like the physicality that Tanner Jeannot can bring, because we don't have too many players that are going to play like that. Frank Vetrano. As a sniper with a pretty average shot. Doesn't score 20 goals. Can I get rid of Frank the Tank? Plus, he's making $4 million. Can I get rid of Frankie? Third and Wagner. Wagner in a fifth. Bryce McConnell Barker. third and a fourth. We'll send Frankie out to Ottawa for a third and a fourth. That works. That works. We need one other move. Who is that going to be? Who's it going to be? One other move. I hate to say it, it might have to be Tanner Jeannot. It's either Jeannot or Gauthier. Crosby, Marchand, I'd like to keep both of them. Patrick Kane's been our best player over the last couple of years, so it's tough to get rid of him. Yeah, Tanner, you know what, buddy? I got a bad feeling about this, but it's going to be you. Dmitry, how good's Dmitry Orlov right now? That was weird. How good is Dmitry Orlov? That's not Dmitry Orlov. That's Daniil Orlov, and he is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Right. Back to Tanner Jeannot. Buddy, Oliver Wahlstrom, Pierre Engvall. 5th and a 6th from Ottawa. A 4th and Jaden Schwartz. 3rd round pick from the Canucks. Looks to be about the best we could do. It was. We'll take that 3rd rounder from Vancouver. And that should be everything set up for the moment. We can send Radulov down to the AHL. Send Pavel Laine down. And we look okay. For the moment, at least. So if we go best lines, Domi, Hischier, Stone as a +5. How much that matters, who knows, but see, Gauthier and Spence need to be on the 3rd line. Nadeau needs to be on the 3rd line. Lekkerimäki needs to be on the 2nd. I think we have the old man 4th line. Sin will do. Domi, Hischier, Stone, Lawton, Lekkerimäki, Zucker. Won't be up too late, though. Get your rest, then. We'll just say get your rest. Spence, Nadeau, Gauthier, Marchand, Crosby, Kane. That's not a bad team. And we actually have some high-end talent now with the likes of Nico Hischier. That's really not that bad, which means we're going to have to blow this team up at the deadline, is my guess. That is my guess. Honestly, that works. Zadorov Carlo is a mean defensive pairing. I like that. And then Askarov in goal. This could be a good year. And then the Salt Lake City Super Soakers. Still going to be looking kind of strong. I mean, we could sign a defenseman or two. God, Matt Rempe ends up being a healthy scratch. Meg, what's going on? Did we have anybody that would benefit from playing in the AHL this season? Beach played for Shawinigan. Nicholas Gilson was Färjestad. I don't know if it's more beneficial to not have these guys under contract, though. It might be. Let's go sign a couple of random defensemen. And then we should be good. So let's see who's out there really quickly. For veterans, Ryan McDonough. Bring you in for the year. Kevin Deuces Shattenkirk. And honestly, those two should be enough for now. Those two should be enough. So coaching staff was good. I think the scouting staff was good as well. I won't be lazy. Let's just double check it. All right, coaching staff has a couple of problems, but you know, it's fine. Scouts, WOQ, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We could technically move these two. And we will. Again, I won't be lazy. McDonut and Shat Deuces is an elite pairing in 2014. Yeah. Ryan McDonough at his height was really goddamn good. I don't think you can call him underrated, but maybe underappreciated when he was at his best. And then Shattenkirk's just had like a really long career. He hasn't been particularly amazing, but he's never been like terrible as far as I know. But all right, another season for these Yotes. And again, it has been the full Vegas experience. Like every single year, different players on the team. If there's a big name free agent out there, we go for them. If there's a big trade that can be pulled off, we go for it. And we'll see if it pays off for us this season. Shattenkirk was traded for Eric Johnson, and Johnson was an Av forever. Correct. And now he's randomly... I still don't know what's up with the Sabres being like, you know who we're going to give money to this offseason? Eric Johnson and Connor Clifton. Like, Eric Johnson can still provide something. You know, he can still provide something to a team. But he's not going to be like, yes, this stalwart defenseman that helped you make the playoffs. And then Connor Clifton was a third pairing guy on the Bruins, and they're paying him like second line money. Also, isn't Johnson a Flyer? I do believe they traded him, yes. They did trade him, but he signed in Buffalo. But then again, Buffalo also was like, let's trade Kyle Pozo this year, and you know, it's weird. It's weird. No, my heart has been quite on a few other teams that feel weird about being an Avs jersey. That's fair. That's fair. Cody, what's up? 18, 12, and 4. We started off strong. A lot more losses here and there, though, but it's pretty typical. But yeah, damn, you make one Be a Pro joke, and then all of a sudden, Sin's like, do it, pussy, play Be a Pro. Oh, goodness. All right. 26, 16, and 5. Not bad. Good on Buffalo for doing right by Okposo. Yeah, I mean, there's a really good chance Kyle Okposo is going to play for a Stanley Cup this year because Florida and Jesus Christ, that team. Jesus Christ, that team. So. Oh, hey, what do you know? Nike/Fanatics, regardless of who you want to blame. For the second time this season, Riley Green of the Tigers has split his pants in the middle of a game for sliding. So, yeah, good on Major League Baseball. They're crushing it right now. Crushing it. Anyway, 35, 19, and 9 just before the deadline. Second in the division. You know what that means. We're going all in. We're going all in at this trade deadline. At least as much as we possibly can. Obviously, like a big-time impact defenseman would be great. Skarov's been good, but not elite. However, at the start of this season, he had light work, and that was it. From October to February, he developed 3 superstars and a zone ability. That is, I believe the medical term is bonkers. Thank you, Hawks, for the SpongeBob soliloquy. Man, player development in this game can be crazy. One of a kind. That's auto-rotate for goalies. That's why he's not in. Trade deadline. Absolutely buyers. Absolutely. Who's out there for a big name? Shea Theodore making $11 million. Bakker, Lakiramaki, and Silvestre. Gilson, Lakiramaki, Silvestre. Grossman, Silvestre, and 2. Ekholm, Silvestre, and 2. So we could pull off the big-time deal for Shea Theodore. He's not exactly lighting the world on fire this year, but we are missing a defenseman of that caliber. Grossman's a 71-21, perfect trade bait. Silvestre is fantastic. And then 2 is that really interesting goalie. So Grossman's perfect. Who is lined up with Silvestre in terms of value? Only dudes that are actually good. Like, we have a lot of good prospects. We really do. Shit. And then 2's a really good goalie. The problem is, like, we want to win now. Like, screw prospects. We want to win now. Losing Silvestre and 2 would be unfortunate. But also getting Shea Theodore would be insane. I highly doubt, with 2 years left after this, that they're going to be willing to retain salary. But we can try. I am worried, though, that trying to pull off this deal that someone might steal him from out from underneath us. Yeah, so we'd have to add even more value to get them to retain. We have our second round pick this year. And we have another second rounder next year. Let's take it. God. What do we want to do here? We do have other goalies to add. What about Hansen? Yeah, they don't want another goalie. We can get the deal done, but we're not going to be able to retain salary. Vince Dunn's also out there, but there's no defined trades for him. Then Martin Fehervari. Theodore's the guy to get. He is absolutely the guy to get. It's either we give up Lakiramaki or 2. I'd almost rather give up Lakiramaki. How good's Bakker? 19 years old, 62, medium elite. That's fine. We knew that Silvestre was still up there. He's going to be really good. Lakiramaki has actually done well this year. 44 points in 63 games. That's not bad. That's not bad. Vince Dunn's on the trade block every deadline. Correct. All right, you know what? We're going to manual this trade here. Because I'm all right with giving up both Grossman and Ekholm to get this deal done. We just have to hope that Vegas doesn't trade him in the meantime. But I am willing to go all in if they're willing to retain salary, because it looks like he's the biggest name that's out there. So let's see how much value it'll take. Vegas would have too many skaters. Fucking really? How many contracts? Jesus Christ, I forgot they had Mac. Got a pretty weird team. Ooh, Jordan Martinook could be perfect. Will that go through on its own? Yeah, no shot. That's okay. Can also give up Bakker? I mean, that's 3 medium elite defensive prospects. The problem is they don't want all 3. So we really are going to struggle for the value here. If we give up Grossman, who's the best forward we could give up? How's Malcolm Spence doing this year? He's great. He is really good. If we don't give up Silvestre, there's Preston, Picard, Katz, and Gastrine. Like, all of these dudes who are about the same. Shit. What if I give up... I want to screw them over, is what I want to do. We give you those 2 guys. We give you an unsigned goalie. I want to keep 2, so let's give you Hansen, What do you think to that? I hate this. Don't trade him anywhere else while I'm dicking around. What about those 2 seconds? Okay, so right now it's just the retention. What about that crazy high value first rounder next year? And the cheaper second rounder this year. The more expensive second rounder next year. What if I start taking away how much you're retaining? They're just not going to want to retain salary. That is just a fact. Grossman for Theodore. That'll be our starting point. Ladd Hansen. How close is this to a deal? Not quite there. Don't do anything dumb, Vegas. Don't do anything dumb. Second round pick this year. Third round pick next year from Vancouver. I'm trying to be so cheap about this. Third round pick from the Coyotes. I forgot to take him out of there about the retained salary, but this should work. We'll take on that full cap hit. It's fine. Grossman, Hansen, and draft picks for Shea Theodore. Done deal. We get the biggest fish out there on the open market. Not a bad way to start. Vince Dunn, no outright trades. Ferravari, no outright trades. Nick Ehlers. Sjustrom, Scrivens, and Plant. A second Scrivens and Beach. Preston a second and Plant. Ludman a second and Plant. Sylvester and Sjustrom. This one should work. This should. Ludman was what, a 75? 75 at 19. That's good, but not amazing. He does look like a really promising power forward. But we get rid of him. Plant's just kind of a goalie. We take that deal for Nick Ehlers as well. We're going all in. We're going all in. It does show us now as being over the cap, or at least in a little bit of trouble. So let's see who we can get rid of. Obviously now we're going to have one defenseman too many. So left, right, left, right, left, right. So Walker would make some sense. It's worth it to keep Sjustrom because he's cheap. So Doroff, Carlo, or Walker. Somebody's got to go. Sean Walker. Bednarik in a third. Medium top 6 forward prospect is pretty good. Fisker Molgard in a 5th. We'll go for Kearns from Buffalo. Let's do that. Let's do that. What do we look like cap-wise now? We got a couple hours left in this. It shows this is good. AJ, it's a good reference at the very end. That's my response. Forwards. Because we added Nick Ehlers. We do have room to get rid of somebody else. Is there a deal for Vince Dunn to be made? Nick Ehlers and Preston. How good's Vince Dunn? Because we know Nick Ehlers wasn't outstanding. Like, he's had an okay year in Winnipeg. How good was Preston? 78 at 19. He's been really good for Spokane. Vince Dunn has really struggled, but man, he would improve this defense so much. That's a lot to give up for Vince Dunn, though. To add a prospect like that to flip a forward the same overall as the defenseman, that's not particularly worth it. Martin Ferravari. Washington just really wants Nick Ehlers. Kurashev's rocking an 86. Connor McMichael. No deal for Kurashev. No deal for McMichael. Dougie? Could bring Dougie back for Nick Ehlers. Jesus Christ. Everyone wants Nick Ehlers. Apparently. Saw Josh Doan was out there. It might be a salary situation, even though it shows us with having a good amount of salary space. I don't know. I don't know. Is there anything else we can look to do here? Go to his third liner. Maciej Pekar has become a fourth liner. Isher, Domi, Stone, Ehlers, Lawton, Lakira, Maki, Gauthier, Zucker, Spence, Kane, Nadeau, Crosby. 2 dudes too many. 2 people have to go. Crosby, Marchand, Kane can be the fourth line. The third line could be Nadeau, Spence, and Gauthier. So that would leave Zucker and Pekar on the outs. Zucker's been okay, but if we can move him, it makes sense to. I don't know if that's Maverick Bork or not. Is that Maverick Bork? If it is, he might be too good to add to the team right now. It's gonna be. Yeah, he's not particularly good. That would be a situation where we immediately try to flip him. Back to Jason Zucker. Fisker Molgard. Sucks, but it could be worth trying to flip him. We'll send Jason Zucker to Seattle. That'll free up more money. Nope, he literally just got traded as we tried to do it. Son of a... Well, that sucks. That was some horrific timing with Seattle. We'll take a third and a fourth from Toronto then. That works. And then one other guy to get rid of, and I'm willing to have it be Maciej Pekar, who is good, but doesn't quite fit what we're trying to do here. Second and a third from Colorado is not bad. Josh Doan. Although that wouldn't fix our problems at all to get Josh Doan. Felicio in a fourth, 2/3 in Tierney, second and a sixth. We'll take that second and a third from Colorado. That's not bad. All right, so our roster is pretty well-rounded. Now it's just a matter of, again, are there any other upgrades that we can bring in? Like, we got the cap space balanced out. Vince Dunn. They still want Nick Ehlers, but Vince Dunn is the best guy to get here. Let's go talk to Washington because they're having a goddamn fire sale. So Vince Dunn, Martin Fehervari, both left side defensemen. If we look here, Gostisbehere, Zadorov. So right side, or right side. Let's see. It would make sense to move on from a couple of different people here. If we were to deal them Carlo and Zadorov, Washington would be under the minimum cap. Really? How bad is your team right now? Do you have anybody that's terrible on a bad contract? I mean, Connor McMichael would kind of fit what we're looking for here, but he's not great. Protas sucks. Carson Lambos is there. Oh, Washington, you are in a bad spot, aren't you? What if I take Connor McMichael as well? They still wouldn't have enough cap. Cool. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull off this trade then. Goodness. It'd probably help if I added cap instead of tried to take it away, but I was wanting to see if there was a better way to go about it. Well, you give us Connor McMichael. And in terms of a forward, who the hell can I take away? Yeah, we want to keep Kane, Crosby, and Marchand because it's funny. Lawton's not bad. I don't know who the right player to trade here is. What if we don't go with Zadorov and we go with Gostisbehere instead? That's still not enough. But if we take out McMichael, it will be. So trying to directly upgrade our defense, we do not have much time to pull this off either. It's nearly the deadline. Shiz. Oh, we're going to run out of time. We are going to run out of time. It's got to be that first round pick. Probably overextending. Are you fucking serious? You're not going to take that deal? That was a great deal for you. Take the deal. Yes, there we go. Right at the buzzer. We pull off the double. Whew. Right at the buzzer. We pull off the double. We'll claim Nino Niederreiter on waivers because why not? And that is a very Vegas trade deadline. Theodore, Dunn, Fehervari, all added at the deadline. Not bad. And then, let's see, we got 10, 11, 12 with Marchand. Good to go. Good to go. So if we go best lines, now that we randomly have Nick Ehlers on this team, did Mark Stone have a gold before, or did he redevelop that? I don't know the answer to my own question. That is a pretty solid team, though. Adding Nick Ehlers helps quite a bit. And then defensively, goddamn defensively. So Sjostrom and Zadorov works out pretty well. Get Theodore on the other side. So Fehervari, Theodore, Dunn, Marino, Zadorov, and Sjostrom. That's the best our defense has looked, I would say. Offense also looks pretty damn good. Great goaltending. I cannot wait for us to lose in the first round. If I had to guess, that's exactly what's about to happen. Is that we're going to lose in the first round, as is tradition. For now, though, let's get these Coyotes a championship here, damn it. It was our goal, and damn it, we're going to get it done after a ridiculous trade deadline where we added in our entire defense, basically. Let's do this. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to see this team finally succeed. Hopefully. Please. Let us succeed. Let us. Not worried about the draft class. 40 wins on the year. Very, very nice. First seed in the division currently on tiebreaker. Actually, because we have a game at hand on the Avs. So we are right up there in contention for this division title with 5 games to go. Getting shut out and outright massacred by Pittsburgh's not ideal, though. All right, we're right there. We're right there. We're right there. Still, we don't mathematically have it. One more win will do it. One of our final 2 games, and there it is. Not only a division title, but a conference title for your Arizona Coyotes. Won't be a President's Trophy, though, because Yeah, it showed Florida as being ridiculous. AJ, who do you think? Who do you think? All right. Top seed in the West, though. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Nico led the team on 78 points. So he, Domi, and Stone worked pretty damn well together. How did Nick Ehlers do once we acquired him at the deadline? Now, it is 63 games compared to 19, but he went from shooting 9.3% to 25.5%. He is loving life in Tempe. Lawton on 62, Lakiramaki, Spence was up there. A little bit disappointed in the production for Nadeau and Gauthier. Crosby had the fewest amount of points on the team, but, I mean, he's 40. He's a man. Shea Theodore, how'd you do once you got here? Not great. Every time we get a good defenseman like him or Dougie Hamilton, they just don't do well. Marino, how'd Vince Dunn do once we acquired him? Not great. Every time we make the defense better, I swear. Martin Ferravari, didn't do much either. Not great. For the goalies, Skarhoff needs to be better in the playoffs. 909. Good enough to get to the playoffs, but needs to be better. And then Ville Husso isn't exactly much of an option as a backup. Hulk, I liked it from day one. So let's see. Draisaitl, McDavid, Pasternak, McKinnon, Lafreniere. He's loving the fact that I traded him to Boston to play with Pasternak. My God. It has turned him into what Rangers fans were hoping he'd be with the #1 overall pick. Top goal scorer, David Pasternak. Matthews is up there. McDavid, Nylander, and Connor Bedard. Matvichuk's no, he's not a defenseman. I was going to say, I thought he was a defenseman. 43 goals, 11 assists. That is an impressive total. 91 points for Evan Bouchard. Of course, Quinn Hughes signed that freaking mega contract with Seattle. 27 goals for Makar. Okay. Goalie-wise, 45 wins for Allmark. Logan Thompson, the shutout leader, save percentage king. Samuel Larson. Devin Levi was also up there. Probably going to win the Vezina. Calder. Noah Kosick is probably going to win it unless they give it to Ivan Ryabkin, who was a draft pick of ours. Unless they give it to him because of plus-minus, which they might. In which case, it might even go to Roger McQueen. But top seed in the West. We do know that we need to make some defensive changes here. And actually, you know what? I want the veteran line to be the third. Never mind. It's a -1. Let's not do that. So Fehervari Theodore doesn't work. Dunn Marino doesn't really work. No matter what, we're going to drop one line to a +2. Shiz. Let's just go Dunn, Theodore, Fehervari, Marino, Zadorov, Sjustrom. That works. That works. We'll put the two offensive defensemen together. What's the worst that could happen? And let's go best lines in the AHL to factor in player development. We should be good to go. I imagine the Salt Lake City Super Soakers have also made the playoffs. They won 59 games. Yeah, they're pretty good. Go Soakers. Go Soakers. Top line used to be +5 chem. Something happened. You're right. That's really weird. Huh. Maybe because Mark Stone dropped an overall, but yeah, that did used to be a +5. Ehlers would be a +5. I'm not too worried about the +5, but interesting that Ehlers would make it a +5. Weird. Very, very weird. Who's it going to be in round 1? Is it going to be Utah? Is it going to be Utah? No, it is going to be Quinn Hughes and the Seattle Kraken. Right, and we made a trade with Seattle at the deadline. See what the hell they look like. Right, Beniers and certain player that was a part of our expansion draft that we traded away, and Arthur Kaliev. Jagger Furcus, Ryan Hartman, Ivan Barbashev, Yanni Neiman, James Hagens, and Kasperi Kapanen, Ryan Strome, Carson Raykopf, Lawson Krause. Defensively is Quinn Hughes on the mega contract, the mega buck. The mega bucks. Quinn Hughes. He's alongside Rasmus Anderson. You got Ty Nelson. Endo's ears just perked up, I'm sure. And Vitaly Kuznetsov, Esa Lindell, and Riker Evans. Goalies, Eustace and Joey Decord. Okay. Not an easy matchup. I think we're the better team. But that doesn't mean a damn thing. We know how that goes. But let's do it. We've made it out of the first round 3 or 4 years in a row. Let's hope to make it 4 or 5. First period, 1-1. Scott Laughton and Quinn Hughes both on the power play. Second period, 2-2. Scott Laughton on the power play and Ivan Barbashev. Third period, and the Coyotes take game 1. Ethan Gauthier. My Gauthier. 1-0 Yotes. What a game for Scott Laughton, by the way. Malcolm Spence is an elite playmaker for us. My God. That's our built-in Max Domi replacement once Domi's gone. Let's go to game number 2. Let the good times roll. At least I hope. First period, 1-1, Max Domi and James Hagens. Second period, Raykopf and Beniers. Not great for Maskarov. 3 goals on 19 shots. Third period, and the Coyotes have a 2-0 lead. Max Domi, Sidney Crosby, Oliver Schustrom, and an empty netter for Shea Theodore. 5-3 final. A 4-goal third period for the Yotes. Ridiculous. What a ridiculous comeback. We looked dead in the water at the end of that second period. 2-0 lead, though, as we head to Seattle. The Climate Lemon Pledge Arena. Game number 3. First period, 2-1 Yotes. Scott Laughton's insane. Better than Nikita Kucherov, Scott Laughton. Confirmed. Jonathan Kiramaki as well. They got a goal with Yanni Neiman. Traded Bobby McCann for Fraser Minton. One from the draft series. I mean, depending on what roster you use, people typically underrate Fraser Minton, so it makes sense. Second period, we got Coyotes. They did to us what we did to them. Shane Wright, Barbashev, Ty Nelson, and Rasmus Anderson. Third period, we only got 1. It was Schustrom on the power play, but 5-3 is the final score. There will be no sweep. No sweep at all. Damn. Damn. Game 4. Let's keep it going. I don't think we have to change the lines yet. If we lose this game, we will definitely take a look. But game number 4. First period. 1-0 Yotes. Jonathan Kiramaki, not bad. Second period, 2-0 Yotes. Vince Dunn against his former team. Third period, and there we go. Kiramaki, and who else? The GOAT, Scott Laughton. We are 1 win away from the second round. 26 save shutout for Askarov. Scott Laughton's been insane. What the hell? What the hell? We love ourselves some Scott Laughton. Shout out to the Golden Knights. Big time goal for Noah Hannafin. Goddamn. Game number 5. See if we can seal the deal here in our home rink that's no longer a college stadium. First period, 1-0. Malcolm Spence. Second period, oh, baby, it's over. It's over. Nico Hischier, Nick Ehlers, Bradley Nadeau. And in the third, that's it. Esa Lindell ruined the shutout, but Mark Stone gets it done. The Coyotes make it out of round one again. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We needed to make quick work of them, and we did. Primarily thanks to Scott Laughton. Goddamn Scott Laughton. Laughton, Domi, Hischier, Spence, Ehlers, all with at least 6 points. Brad Marchand, the only player without a point in the entire round. For forwards, at least John Marino on defense. Oliver Schustrom, leading defenseman, tied for the lead in points amongst defensemen. Didn't have that on my bingo card. And goalie-wise, Askarov played like a 90 overall goalie needs to play. That is one round in the books. We're going to keep it going. We haven't gotten past the second round in a little bit. Typically because we run into Edmonton. But we are not in the same bracket as Edmonton this time. So even better, it's the Colorado Avalanche. Yotes and Avs, Ducks and Yetis. The Yetis eliminate the Oilers as we draw Colorado in round two, which is a little bit scary because I don't know what they look like. All right, what do they look like? Casey Middlestat, Nathan McKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, Nichushkin, Jenner, Colton, Kuzmenko, Sissons and Olesen, Fost, Maciej Pekar, who I traded to them, and Arturi Lehkonen. Defense, Taves, Makar, yep. Pedersen and Barons, Manson and Bear. The goalie, Connor Ingram. Okay. Excuse me. Let's get into it. I don't know how I necessarily feel about this, but Cody, I should have looked, but too late. I don't know how I necessarily feel about this, but I mean, we do have a good enough team to beat them. I just don't know if we will. First period of game one, Casey Middlestat kicks off the scoring. Second period, we tie it. Shea Theodore on the power play. Third period, oh my. Well, Colorado takes game one. Nichushkin, McKinnon, and Casey Middlestat bookends it. 4-1 loss to the Avs. Connor Ingram. Can't even say decimates his former team because, I mean, technically he didn't play for this iteration of the Coyotes. Or did he? I guess technically he did. Mental gymnastics. We'll keep the lines for game two, but yeah, if we lose this one, we're going to be in some trouble. First period, 2. Oh, God, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Sissons and Olesen. Second period, yep, Josh Manson, Scott Laughton scored, but we're down 3-1. Third period, yeah, damn. 5-3 final, we're down 2-0 in the series. Man, if we can't make it past the second round this year, we got a stacked team, a stacked prospect pool. How many kicks at the can is it going to take? We've allowed 9 goals in 2 games, though. I mean, that's just not a winning formula. Let's see what we can change here. Let's see. I mean, Askarov, he's the guy. Snipe, good to see you. How are you? Yeah, that top pair is just not getting it done. Ah, Vince done. Snipe, I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Oh, man. So I think we have 3 defensemen. And that didn't work in the regular season. So we'll go Dunn, Marino, Fehervari, Theodore. Well, actually, technically that didn't work. We'll go Zadorov, Theodore. Maybe put Sjustrom over there. I don't know how much that helps, though. How much does that help? Fehervari, Sjustrom. Theodore, Marino, Dunn, Zadorov. We'll try it. It's different. We got to be a little bit different. The veteran fourth line has done fuck all. The third line hasn't been particularly great either. Spence has been good.
Those about to score,
top line hasn't been as good. Shout out to Herd Fan for the 17 months. What a day for Miami fans. Is that the way to view it? Is that the way to view it for Marlins fans to be happy that they traded one of their best players? All right. We're going to bump up Crosby. Bumping up Kane doesn't really matter. Guess we'll do Spence, Crosby, Kane, Marchand, Nadeau, Gauthier. And we'll do the Ehlers, Heischer, Stone +5. Domi, Lott, and Lekkerimäki. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. But if we lose game number 3, that is GG's. And probably the end of the dream here for the Yotes, if we're being honest. At least the end for the Vegas approach of just keep going for it because that's not working. McKinnon, Picard, Jenner. Second period now 4-2. Hellers and Lawton, but Rantanen scored on Husso. And we fall a goal short. The Avs have a 3-0 series lead. We were swept by the Oilers in round 2 last year. And we are probably getting swept by the Avs this year, having allowed 13 goals in 3 games. We just cannot compete with them, can we? Well, Husso's going to start the next game. Defensively, of course, Shea Theodore has been our worst defenseman. Because why wouldn't Shea Theodore have been our worst defenseman? Let's get him out of there. Screw it. Ryan McDonough, come save the day. Come save the day. For the forwards, Gauthier hasn't done much. Brad Marchand has literally done nothing. Patrick Kane's basically done nothing. Sidney Crosby's barely done anything. Bradley Nadeau has not done anything. Let's go with Lizotte, Brinley, and Niederreiter. And then for the forwards, how's Lekkerimäki done? He's been fine. It's just been like a real lack of depth scoring. A real lack of depth scoring. So if we go best lines, Niederreiter, Lizotte, Brinley. It's the best way to do this. Ehlers, Crosby, Lekkerimäki. I want Spence and Lawton on the top line together. I don't know If I can make that work. Spence Lottenstone, Domi Heischer, and Gauthier, I guess. Ellers, Crosby, Lakiramaki. Defensively. That's gonna have to work, isn't it? We'll go Duns, Zadorov, Ferravari, Marino, McDonough, Sjustrom. In goal, Ville Husso. Because he at least played well in Game 3 despite the loss. Let's get swept. Let's get swept, shall we? First period, 1-0 Yotes, Nico Hischier. Second period, goal apiece, Boone Jenner and Nikita Zadorov. Third period, and we're going to overtime. Sidney Crosby gets us there, but our season is on the line. Power play early, we didn't do anything with it. The frickin' season on the line. Will we be swept in the second round for the second year in a row? Another power play chance wasted. We are the Toronto Maple Leafs as Andrei Kuzmenko ends our season. Swept in the second round again. We can just not break through, can we? Husso played well in his 2 appearances, but Shea Theodore was brutal. Sjustrom didn't do well. McDonough got ripped apart in the 1 game he played. It might be the last game he ever plays. We had quite a few guys do well. By the end of it, though, Malcolm Spence got ripped apart defensively. Crosby didn't really do much. I don't know. The Coyotes just might be cursed. That's honestly what I'm starting to think, is that the Coyotes are just cursed. What other explanation can there possibly be?